Hello, everybody. Laura back again. Just had a little snack. I was so hungry. Usually I don't do that until 3. Uh-oh. Hi, Suzanne. I was just thinking about how I need to get your package together so I can weigh it and let you know what we're looking at for cost. So that's something that was on my mind as I was coming home from my appointment today. So I will try to get to that right after this live. Oh, hello, Miss Kitten. I'm gonna look up at my fingers, huh? That's okay. I don't have a treat for you anyway. You gonna lay down? You can lay down. You gonna lay down? Oh, take my hand. You want to hide my hand underneath your tummy? Are you going somewhere? Oh, okay. You can't sit up there anymore. I put something in your spot. Yep, I put something on top of the printer, didn't I? There you go. Lay down. Oh, purr and two. Venus. Yep. Suzanne says hi to Venus. Okay. I haven't gotten to. Oh, I know where the dishcloth is. I haven't gotten to the towel yet, or the dishcloth, which should be in here with my cocoon cardigan. So I've been working on the sleeve. There it is. Uh-oh, almost lost my stitch. Oh, okay, well, now I can't tell what's the stitch here. Oh, that's because this is the done one. Okay, and this is the one I'm working on. She's mad at me. I've got to figure out how I'm going to do a decrease on this because it's bigger than the other one. And I don't want to tear it out, so I'm going to try and make a decrease on this round, which is the back post, front post. Trying to make it more like a cuff look, which is what I did with this one. But my stitches are bigger on this one, the second one, and so I don't need as many rounds, so I don't have as much decreased as I meant to. Whoops, I'm trying to lose my stitch again. Oh, I did lose my stitch. All right, that's okay. Come on, get big. There we go. So here's my cocoon cardigan. Here, I'll put it on my front so you get the idea. So pretty, pretty. I don't even need to add a collar. There's so much extra material up here. I keep thinking I will, and then I think, no, I think I'll just leave it alone, you know? So there's the square, big giant square in the middle. So that's my cocoon cardigan. I'm still working on the second sleeve, trying to make it as close to the first sleeve as possible. I'm having problems, but I'm trying. I don't want to go back and tear the other one out because I only left a certain amount of room on the string. I didn't think far enough ahead on that one. I haven't got that finished yet. Nice. Place a stitch marker in your stitch when you pull it down and it can't unravel. Yeah. I don't remember if I have any in my bag, but yeah, it's what I need to do. I just, when I'm on the bus, I'm just like, pull it, stick it in the bag, get off the bus, you know? Hey, it's progress and you're learning. Yeah, that's true. I was going to make the sleeves longer than I have, and I wasn't going to make them as heavy as I did. I'm still thinking about fixing it, but no, I don't think I have enough yarn. Oh, we got plenty of extra yarn, but I mean of the string that I left behind. So, and I don't want to make the second one all tight like the first one, but I can definitely tell that my um, gauge is different from the first sleeve to the second sleeve. Oh well, I'm doing this on my own. I mean, I got the idea of the square from like 3 different places, and then I decided how I was going to do the sleeves on each side on my own. So, not that I didn't read through a pattern, but I'm like, this is more involved than I was planning, you know. And then I became more involved than I was planning anyway. uh, so I worked in the storage unit yesterday. Emptied like 4 boxes, 5 boxes, something like that. And I um, put this stuff, some of the stuff I didn't need to keep, and some of it I'm keeping. So I put it, threw some away, and then I put some in other boxes that weren't full enough. You could tell because they were getting smushed. So I'm like, I'll just put some more stuff in here, and it won't be so. And that is the way it always goes, isn't it? Yeah. Um, and then so I've got a bag of trash. I found like 3 bags, 3 trash bags while I was emptying stuff out of the boxes and rearranging into different boxes. I got 3 trash bags out of it. So one trash bag, the biggest one, now has my old down coat in it, which I was going to take all the down out and try to make something else with it. But I was like, I don't need this coat. I've got another one, you know. So I threw it away. I threw it away, and oh, that hurts. And because that was my purple down jacket. I had it the longest. The other one was only like 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old, something like that. I bought it when I was working because the zipper died on my purple one. So I threw that away, and I found some other stuff I didn't. I'm like, nope, throw this away, throw that away. I don't need these, don't need that. A bunch of paper that I didn't need. Cat hair. Um, so yeah, I did more than I did the first time in the way of emptying boxes, but I did less in the way of actually getting through and restacking some of the piles. But that's okay. I've got a section on the other side now that I need to do, and then I will have hit all 3 sections. But there's some stuff at the back corner that I haven't gotten to, and I don't remember what's in the boxes. And then after that, I can just sort of go, okay, I don't remember what's in here. Let me go look and see if I can find the yarn that I'm missing. Then again, I still have plenty of yarn to go through. Uh, but that's part one right there. Part two was the puzzles, but I guess they didn't explain it well enough. And I think there's a unicorn missing over there that I was going to give away too. I don't know where it went. I'll have to look for that. Give me ho hum. How many years collection of yarn? Well, I still had some left that was from when I learned and did, not when I learned, but when I made my, I shouldn't be on the internet. I shouldn't be on the Wi-Fi. Why is it telling me Wi-Fi when I'm connected to the, okay, now it's right. Hey, it's progress in your learning. Yes. Let's see. And how many years collections we are? So I had some till recently that went back to 1984. And then my mom gave me a bunch of hers and from that she'd collected through the 70s and 80s, which wasn't that much. That wasn't nearly as much as I ended up collecting. I ended up collecting more than I already had because, well, I got in on an estate too. I've told this story several times, but I was in a yeah, I was in a crafting group at a church, and a person in the community had died. So it's a trip down memory lane. Yes, it is. Um, and then all of her yarn collection was donated to the church. Well, the craft group, but the craft group only used cotton and wool. So they went through and pulled all the cotton and wool that they wanted. They didn't take any wool that had like polyester in it for the socks or nylon, whichever that one that is. And I guess it's nylon. And then they didn't take some other wool. So I ended up getting some wool out of that, but I got like 3 or 4 buckets worth of yarn that I brought home. Brought home like 4 or 5 bags, and then put them into my buckets. Well, I had to buy new buckets, but I filled up the buckets that I already had and had to buy some new buckets. And so that was a lot of yarn. So I have since then started using some of that yarn, which is a good thing. And then most of the rest of it was the last 6, 7 years. Whoa, where are you going? Where are you going? Are you trying to get in my lap? Hmm. So yeah, so, I mean, some of it dates way back, like the I can't think of it right now. It's not Angora, it's the other stuff. Um, anyway, I have some yellow mohair. That's what it is. I have some yellow mohair that my mother bought in the 60s. So, whoops. I'm gonna do something with it. Uh, I'm gonna do something with it. I'm thinking of just a nice light little blanket. Yes, you're okay, baby girl. Good grief. Okay, sit down. Sit down. Come on, sit down. Yeah, bump bump. I know. But I haven't bought anything since I don't remember. I used some of my best tickets, and I went over to a big box. It was Michael's. Hi, Case Crochet Haven. My, it's been a while. Hi, sweetie. You're okay. And thanks for coming, Kay. Uh, so I went to Michael's and I picked up some yarn because I was about to lose my last $5 or whatever it was. So I picked up some stuff, yarn and beads and stuff. And I did a video on that. So I'm thinking it was before Christmas. I'm thinking it was I'm thinking it was before Christmas. Yeah. Hi, Vivi. I can feel you digging your claw into my leg. Can we not do that, please? Especially through my dress. Yes, ma'am. I'm finally off work in time to catch you live. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Um, hi. Hi. So, like, I bought some yarn from Daniel, Ply Guys, when he was closing his business down. I bought some. I'm going to use that to make a little vest. Yes, I am. I wear it with my black leggings and my black pants. And my big purple vest I can wear with my black leggings too. Yeah, I just don't have that many plain tops. Actually, I have more plain tops than I have bottoms, don't I? Most of my pants are leggings and they have butterflies or bright colors or flowers. Leggings and some of those bell-bottom pants that Walmart's been doing the last 4 years or so. Sit down. Sit down. No, sit down. Silly cat. You silly cat. You so silly girl. So, oh, and then I got some that my friend in Australia got online and sent from the United States so that she didn't have to worry about the shipping cost. So she bought it from a US store and then they just shipped it to me. You're okay. You're okay. Stop looking at me like I'm the zucchini. I'm not a zucchini. There you go. Rub on me. There you go. Um, whoops, got your tail. I'm sorry. You don't like it when I get your tail. I know. Um, I haven't started packing in the apartment yet because I'm not sure that I'm leaving at the end of August like I had planned. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a pretty baby you are. Okay. Um, cat hair on my hands. What? You have cat hair all over my bed and I end up inhaling it all night long. Sometimes I find it in the corner of my eyes. There's cat hair all over my bed. Yeah, I know. I need to change the sheets. I know. I'm working on getting them washed tonight. Then I can change them tomorrow after my appointment. The middle of the week is always the most running around. This week I'm going Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because my new glasses are ready. So I'm going to go, make sure I can see through them and then have her adjust them so that things are sitting right. And I'll be on my way. Hi. Ugh, goodness. And then Friday, I'll probably go back to the storage unit because I need to work in that back corner, and there's a couple other things on that side that I need to look at too. Um, Trying to find stuff that I don't need or that's easily replaceable. So, but my old ironing board is still sitting downstairs. Nobody's taking it. So am I bringing it back? How was the concert? Oh, the concert was great. It was great. Oh, that paper. What did I do with the papers over there? Didn't think to bring that over. It was the city concert band, Sioux City Concert Band, and they did a really good job. It was smaller than I remember. Happy about the glasses. Make sure you get the written prescription and that the pupillary distance is written on the prescription. Yeah, I know what you mean. I haven't been asking for a written prescription lately, but I probably should since I'm planning to not be here much longer. And then after I get these, I can't get new glasses for 2 years. So unless something happens, of course, and you never know. Life does that, right? Life throws those things at us. Um, oh goodness, I'm sorry. No, I'm not supposed to say sorry, Laura. You're supposed to say excuse me. Okay, lay down. Good girl. Stay there. Are you purring? Not yet. Okay. You're moving. Tell them you need it. Yeah, exactly. I need to write myself a note. Where's my phone? Yeah, I'm sure I could call them at any point too, and they would just send it to me. But yeah, that's a good point. Okay, come on, open up. New, my doctor. I need. Ow, Venus, get your claw out of my leg. I need my prescription written out. Script. Script. Okay, got it. I get glasses online. Usually goggles for you. Zini was good too. Gotcha. Hi, baby. I feel your claws digging into my leg. Can you not dig into my leg, please? Thank you. I know you can lay without doing that because you're not falling. You got your rump in the right place. You're not gonna fall. I'd have to tip you up in the chair not to make you fall, honey. Oh goodness. And here she comes again. Oh, Vivi. But yeah, the concert was really good. He introduced up all the sections, and then they had all of the names of everybody that was a part of it, but some of them were alternates. So if one of the permanent people couldn't do it the next week, then an alternate would take over for them. So I got to see my friend's name and her husband and her child. So that was cool. Although I don't think any of them were there that night. But it was the last one for the summer. They do it through June and July. And there you go. So it was fun. It's the first one I'd ever seen as a city band. So it was worth it. I can say I've been there once in 20 years. I got to see them one time in 20 years. I went to one Saturday in the park in 20 years. Oh, but that was just, everything was too expensive. The concert itself was free, but all the food was the vendors, and it was so expensive. And then the rest of it was the crafting area, and it was just beyond what we could even think about. We laid there and got sunburned most of the day because we wanted to see the last concert. So we got there and watched, and see, I've gotten bifocals with a coupon under $30. They have very inexpensive frames, and my lenses have been good. Progressive lenses would be more expensive, of course. Yeah, I've never had progressive lenses. Uh, I'm getting actual lined bifocals this time, so I don't know how that's going to work for me. I might end up wearing these more than the new ones. But it was the only way I could keep the price down. Um, and it ended up being through my insurance instead of my state and federal help. So I had to pay what I had to pay. But I have my sunglasses that fit over my glasses, so I'm good there. So no progressive lenses for me. Um, but they don't pay for the no line, and I didn't have the money to pay for no line, so I'm getting lined. Yep. Well, I have to have the bifocals, so it's going to be interesting though to have the lined bifocals because I've only ever had the no line bifocals, and they were more expensive to get the no line. And I'm like, oh, I can't cover that. I'm like, I can't do that. And she's like, well, you can't get single lenses. You've got, single vision. You've got to get your bifocals. And I said, fine. but I can't do the no line, so we have to go to the line. She's like, you're not going to like that. I'm like, I don't have a choice. You know, like I said, if I wear these more than the other ones, I'll know that I'll have to figure out how I can afford to pay for the no lines again, you know? But that's okay. It'll work itself out somehow. Ugh. Yeah, I might have to look into that. Um, Suzanne, thank you for telling me that. That's what's the name of that one? Google's goggles. Goggles for you, not Google's. And that's not a piece of paper. Come on, I know I've got paper around here. There we go. Goggles for you. Oops, no, for you. And Zini. I have lined bifocals. I usually use my single vision glasses when I need to. My vision isn't that bad. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Well, I just have the bifocals. And it's down in the bottom. And I've had glasses since I was 11. Send you awesome coupons. Okay, good. That's good to know. I've had glasses since I was 11. I didn't get bifocals till I was 40, 50, 49, 50, somewhere in there. I've had the no lines for at least 9 years. Good afternoon from my last days in Florida. Yay! Sue made it. Hi, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Um, so I've had the habit most of my life of taking off my glasses so I could read my book. So yeah, I could have read out here, but the print was so small and those paperbacks, you know, in the 70s. And of course, now the paper from the 70s, most of that paper's turned yellow or even orange. So it's really hard to see those little teeny tiny black letters on that orange background. But I still have some of those books. And yeah, anyway, it is what it is. And I got bifocals at age 6. Yeah. My daughter got bifocals at 8. She has the line because she had a lazy eye and they were trying to make her lazy eye track. So that's why they wanted the line in her glasses. It had nothing to do with trying to see up close for her. It was just to try and make that lazy eye work right. And it worked. She didn't have to have them after, well, I think it was the end of high school that she managed to go back to single lens, single vision, excuse me. And everybody's saying hi. So glad that you could be here with us, Sue, with me, with us, whatever. Oh, I got cat hair all over my dress. Oh well. This one needs a bath anyway. Oh, goodness, excuse me. That must have been tough. Glasses and balls flying in physical ed don't work. No kidding. My glasses strength got up to plus 31. No, I'm not quite that high, but I'm pretty close. 24, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it written down. Yep, plus 31 is up there. And balls in physical education don't mix with glasses, especially when you're doing soccer and they're teaching you to headbutt. The lenses were 2 inches thick. Yeah, I understand. Mine are plastic now, so they're not nearly as thick as they used to be. But I had some pretty darn thick lenses when I was in high school and we were still buying glass. So I understand. One of them was so thick at the bottom because of the that word. Um, I can't think of the word. Anyway, one of them was so thick at the bottom, and when I fell off my bike, it slid down the ice and hit the cement. Uh, luckily I didn't hit it as bad as I could have, because I could have broke my nose. But as I'm sliding down, of course, my glasses are being forced into my face, and then when I stopped and hit the cement, it cut under my cheek. I mean, on my cheek. So that was an experience. I got back up, got my bike, got back on my bike, rode the rest of the way to the high school, locked my bike up. Somebody's like, "What happened to you? You look like you fell off your bike." I said, "Yeah, and I slid in the slush too." Boys would steal my glasses to set fire to things like paper. Oh, I'm sure they did. They had a blast too. Uh, I had some boys that, yeah, I would hand them to them and they would break them on purpose. Yeah, and just like, okay, he was being dumb and he was like bending the arms way back and it snapped. I'm like, thanks a lot. Now do you have some tape to fix my glasses for me? I didn't mean to. Yeah, yeah. Why did you want them in the first place? Come on. I was dumb sometimes. What can I say? I wanted approval. Um, I needed to know that I was worth something. Because I sure didn't feel like I was getting picked on all the time. But I don't want to go into that right now. Sorry, I had my therapy today. So some of that stuff is still kind of circling in my head still. But yes, I know about that. Uh, as I got older and my eyes changed, um, you know, I started. I used to read right about here with my glasses on. I'd read up here without them, of course, but with my glasses on, I used to read about right here. And then I was going further, further, and further, further back, and I could not read the words, especially their little teeny tiny print. It's too far away. And then, and I was having a hard time going like this and trying to see with my regular single lens, and I'd be like, fine, take off the glasses, bring it back up here. But it wasn't as close as it had been. At one point, I was reading right here. Okay, that close is where I had to have the book in order to be able to read those teeny tiny letters. Gave myself a black eye when I used a telephone pole to stop myself when I was roller skating down a very steep hill. Yeah, I'll bet you did. I was lucky because it just cut on my cheek. I was so lucky. My glasses didn't break. I didn't break my nose because I was sliding on the snow on the slushy frozen. Some of it was frozen to the grass and some of it was slushy, and it was still snowing. So it was weird weather that day. But I'm sliding on it, I'm lifting my head up, trying to, and my hands were out in front as best I could because I've fallen off the bike the way I had, and so I'm sliding through the snow. So yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised you have got a black eye from it. I was roller skating on my sidewalk out in front of my house, and I fell down on the cement, hand body weight on the cement, as far back as it would go, as far forward as my arm would go. Wasn't going to risk using the toe kicks. No, I don't blame you there. That would have been just almost as dangerous. Just as dangerous? Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, but my roller skis had they were the tennis shoe type, and then they had the toe kicks on them as well. And I don't know what I did or what I was trying to do, but it didn't work. At least you didn't break your glasses. Good thing. It didn't work, and I ended up on all my weight on the one arm, and I couldn't play my clarinet for the rest of the semester. And it was spring semester when I did it. It's like, oh, I'm so glad to be outside. And what do? I sprained my wrist good. Everything was sprained. There was nothing broken. I was what, 14, 15, something like that when it happened. So, just one of those things. Since then, I think, has the sidewalk been fixed? I think the sidewalk's been fixed. I think what it was is it was getting pushed up by something or sinking down because the dirt was getting moved or whatever. Somehow it was off. So it was like this, and I picked my foot up to go down, and then you have to pick your other foot up to go up, and then back up on the other side with the other part of the sidewalk that was fine. And I tripped on something or whatever and down on my wrist and couldn't play my clarinet. I sat there with the bandage on my arm with the clarinet together and the weight of the clarinet on my thumb on my right hand, and I'm faking and I'm playing what I can play on the top half of the. It was hilarious, and it was jazz band and regular band, and I don't remember what else I was in. Choir, I think it was in choir that year too. Yeah, so choir was fine. And I had to have somebody help me hold the folder was all, and we only had one folder for every two people, so it was what it was. Because of the heavy weight, I eventually went into wearing contact lenses, and that was a plus 29 strength. Yep, I know. I loved wearing my contacts, but then they changed the way they made the ones for the astigmatism. That's the word I was trying to say earlier. Hi, Rosemary. Long time no see. Thanks for being here. So yeah, we've been talking about just about everything we can think of, anything that pops into my head, and then comments back. So, and I've gone over a little bit, but that's okay. I haven't been here. I wasn't here on Sunday. Went to a concert, and then I will be back again on Friday night. And I know that most of you aren't awake on Friday nights at 11 p.m., but that's okay. I'll do one anyway. I'll talk about stuff. And yes, it's been a while, honey. You knew where I sat in band because of the jumbo sheet music. Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? Yep. In order for you to see, oh, my heavens, you probably had to take pieces of music together in order to be able to follow along and then follow along. Yeah. And of course, it didn't fit in the folders they gave us either. You played flute, right? Yep, I get it. So I got some. I found some more yarn. I didn't have to share the music stand. Yeah, that too. That too. Yep. When I was in the AACB, which is All America Concert Band, when I was in that, we each had our own. We brought our own music stands to our concerts. Oh, let me rephrase that. We brought our music stands to a few of our concerts, our own music stands to a few of our concerts, and then we usually shared. There was the one we did outside in the fall, and then the one we did at Christmas. Those are the two that I remember. that we did that did it this way. Otherwise, we were in the auditorium. Started on clarinet, then went to sax, and finally flute. Oh, so we did play two of the same instruments. And I finally figured out how to make the flute make the right sound. Nobody would ever explain to me, that how exactly I was trying to get the air on. Yeah. So I kept trying to blow into the hole, not across the hole. I finally learned how to do it. Yeah, this was years and years and years later. But I'm like, yeah, I could have played the flute. I could have played a big flute, one of the bigger flutes. That would have been fun. Move from the regular flute to the one of the bigger flutes. That would have been fun. But I got to do all the clarinets. I played my regular B flat. I played the E flat alto. I played the B flat bass. I loved the bass. If I could have gotten my own bass clarinet, I would have. Oh, you taught yourself flute? Okay, good. See, my daughter explained to me, no, you don't blow in the hole, you blow across the hole. As soon as I knew that, I shifted the way I was doing it, and I actually made some notes on the flute. So I could have gone further, but I had already lost too much nerves in my arm from the weight of the clarinet a few years back before I was diagnosed. So 10 years back, whatever, 5, 7, 10, whatever it was, whatever the number is, 14 by now, I don't remember. Um, and then I went from playing those. The bass clarinet died on me in the middle of a concert. I cried the rest of the way through that concert because nothing I did, I was tweaking it and I was adjusting it, and adjusting the way I was playing it, where the foot was on the, and that something was off, and it had an airflow issue because no matter what I did, I could not get a note to come out of that bass clarinet. I was playing along just fine, and then nothing, and I'm faking it, I only played the viola and some piano. Oh, very good, Lynette. I figure it's pretty much the same across the three instruments. It's very close, yes. Um, the nice thing, the clarinets was a little bit different on the alto, a little bit different on the bass, but the majority of the main fingerings were the same, but they had a few extra keys that you had to deal with on those two. And then from there, I moved to the tenor sax, which is in the storage unit. I've got my wood clarinet here in the apartment because it wouldn't have made it through without getting ruined if I'd left it in the storage unit. And then I got the hang of the saxophone in less than the summer because it's not that big a difference. So I'm playing tenor sax music, and then in the fall we had a little junior high boy. I did learn how to play the violin when I was 6. We had a little junior high boy who wanted to play the baritone, I think, the baritone sax. Yeah, that's right. And so the teacher's like, "Can you work with him?" Because he sat next to me. I'm playing my sax, and he's playing the one borrowed from the school. And the school still hadn't gotten the bass clarinet fixed. They still had it. Oh my gosh, they still had it in the 90s, or was it the 2000s when I saw the bass clarinet still sitting there? And I asked if it worked, and no, hasn't worked in years. It keeps getting passed down to the next teacher. Don't worry about the bass clarinet. It doesn't work. We can't afford to get it repaired, blah, blah, blah. And so it was still there, and it still didn't work. You played the tenor as well. So I helped this kid learn the fingerings because the fingerings are all the same no matter what saxophone you're playing, except maybe the soprano, which is the one I really wanted because the same look as the clarinet. That's the one I really wanted. But my dad was like, no, 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 we're going to put you on the B flat tenor because that way you don't have to worry about adjusting things in your head. I'm like, the music's already adjusted. I don't have to adjust it in my head. I figured out that music was something for me to enjoy, not to make. Oh, yeah, it can be that way, huh? It can be that way. I know it. So taught him the basic fingerings, and then he had to pick up on anything that was different. You have a soprano sax? Yep. I thought they were cool. I have some Kenny G because he played the soprano sax, and I just loved the sound of that. I probably would have tried oboe, but nobody was interested in because oboe you have to learn to make your own reeds and all that. So nobody was interested in letting me try that. Yeah, I figured you meant played. I didn't get the chance to even try. I was told, nope, you're getting tenor sax. Okay. And then my best friend a few years before or a year before, she had played the alto. I don't remember if I played the tenor while she was playing the alto. I think I was still on my clarinet, but I can't remember. Um, anyway, we sat close together because I was what third, second chair. I think I was second, played second clarinet by that time. I would have been playing first chair, first clarinet. I love Kenny G. I like the native pan flutes too. Oh yes, those are cool. I played the soprano sax at music camp in high school. Oh, that's nice. I wish I had had the chance to try one. So yeah, that's just the way it goes. People make decisions for you, and you have to either go with it or rebel against it. I sort of rebelled against it in the end because we ended up moving away from the small town, and uh, I wanted to be in concert. I wanted to be in concert band, but I didn't want to be in marching band. Marching band was in the beginning, fall, and then concert band was in the second half of this semester. And then for the second semester, it was concert band in the winter half, and then in the spring they got outside and did some stuff, and yeah, it wasn't. I don't remember, but they were in the parades, and so I was like, okay, well, I don't want to carry the tenor sax. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. I want my get my clarinet fixed. Nope, nope, we're not going to do that. You play the tenor sax or you don't play at all. And I said, I guess I'm not going to be in band then. Sometimes you just have to rebel. That's all there is to it. And then as an adult, I bought myself basically a professional model clarinet used so that I could play in the church band. So, and then I played in the AACB after I got here. It was some of their music was a little too hard for me, but yeah, I just faked my way through it like I had for years. That's just the way it was. Hello, Maritza. Thank you for being here. I was just about to quit, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I was in the senior concert band in grades 9 and 10. Oh, very good. See, we had a band that spanned from junior high to high school. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 were all in the same band. So we couldn't play anything too hard, especially at the beginning of the year, because the junior high kids couldn't play that stuff. All they'd had was sixth grade band. They were not prepared for what the high school kids could have been playing. So we had, that's just the way it was. The beginning of every year, we had to start out with the easy stuff. And some of the older band members were just like, this is so boring. I can't keep doing this. And so they would drop out. So by the time I was a junior, okay, my last year in that small town school, no marching bands were done in Australia. Well, that's probably a good thing. Um, I was the oldest, highest grade in the band. So here I am playing tenor saxophone, and I'm teaching the clarinets how to play their parts. The first chair clarinets, the first not first chair, but the first clarinets, there were usually two of them, could not play the music. It was too hard for them. So I'm sitting there on my B flat tenor, right? And I'm going through their parts, and they're like, "How do you do that?" And I said, "It takes practice." It just takes practice. I got them up to speed to the point where they could do most of the songs by the end of the year. And then the next year I wasn't there. So the next year the oldest person in the band was probably a 10th grader because, like I said, band got boring as we'd been there longer and longer. So more and more people would drop out. I did the national anthem for an international lacrosse game between Australia and England. Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool. Nope, I never got to do anything like that. My band, we were in a competition. I think I was in 10th grade. Might have been ninth grade. I'm not sure. But we were in a competition in the next big city, which was an hour away, and that was fun. It was scary too, but it was fun. I did a solo. Yeah, that is incredible. Exactly. I did a solo, which is why I was scared because I'd never done that before. I still hate playing Liberty Bell. Oh, you know which one gets me? The bands I was in. We always did the graduation. So that one for graduation, I can't think of the name of it, but that one always gets me every time I hear it. Every graduation I've ever been to since I played it in high school. The last time I played it in high school, it always makes me cry. I cried at my own graduation because the band played it. Yeah, so so I get hating a song or remembering or having memories attached to that song is why you don't want to hear it anymore. So yeah, I get that. Okay, well, I've been here about 52 minutes, and we've talked about a lot of different things today. So if you missed anything about my crocheting, it's at the beginning. So would love it if you would go back and watch, and don't forget the thumbs up. Trumpets were right behind us sax players. Oh, yes. Yes. Well, actually, I had the trombones and the baritones behind me, but musical PTSD. That's true. That's true. It is. But yeah, I hear that the graduation, that pomp and circumstance. That's the name of it. Every time I hear that, I'm like, because I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But my dad wouldn't. No, nope, we're not going to get your clarinet fixed. I said, well, then I'm not playing in band this year, I guess. So no, sometimes we just have to rebel, and that's just the way it is. All right, everybody, I love you. Hugs, kisses, kisses. Excuse me, hugs. Um, yep, I know, waving to them. Yep, very good, Maritza. Bye, y'all. Have a great week. Bye, Kay. All right, I'm leaving. Be safe out there. Bye bye. There it is.